By me and you, and I think to myself, what a wonderful world.
Something coming down the pipe a little bit. So why don't you share with the audience what you've got going on?
Yeah, so excited to announce. Well, I announced it on Instagram earlier this week, but I have a song coming out on Friday to all streaming platforms. It's called Half Past Gone, and it's featuring my buddy Centrell, Khalil Martin, who is an incredible singer. He's phenomenal, and he's got this like great voice for the R&B genre, and it's something that I've never really worked on before. So it was really like it was a learning experience for me to come in and make something like this. I'm used to rock, alternative, like indie stuff. So R&B was not something that I'd ever really touched before. And we'd been chit-chatting for I want to say like a couple months, just like him saying, "Let's get together," and me saying, "Oh yeah, okay." And we finally got together, and he started singing for me, and I was like, "Oh my god, you've got an incredible voice." So I was like, "Let's just go ahead and lay something down." And I started playing this small 3-chord riff. Uh, excuse me. And he started writing down lyrics right away. It took him about 20 minutes to write down the first verse and the chorus of the song. It was incredible. I'd never seen anybody write like that before. And I was just playing the same thing over and over again. Ended up putting it on loop on whatever music software I was using. And he started singing, and I was like, holy shit, you've got it going. Like, this sounds incredible. So it was really exciting to get to work on that with him. And it only took us 2 nights of recording to get it all completely finished. So
Nice.
I mean, it was 2 like 4-ish hour nights, but he had it was all working. It was basically me on the other nights working on the music behind it, because he finished writing right away. I mean, he was so quick with it. The next day he texted me and was like, "Yeah, I went ahead and just finished the rest of the song." So
Wow.
he sent that to me. And what we played at the intro was actually just the bridge of the song towards the end of it. And that's it's the only part of the song where you hear any vocals of mine, where I did this cheesy British accent. And I thought, oh, that works really well into where this song is going right now. So you didn't get to hear any of his stuff, and I did that on purpose because I want to wait until Friday for everyone to be able to hear it at the same time, because it's just incredible. He's got an amazing voice. And yeah, we've got a lot more stuff coming up. Actually, this man's got like 10 to 15 songs already written, and I just have to put music to them.
Wow.
So
You said this song specifically is coming Friday, right?
yes, this song is the first single, and we want to have an EP out maybe before the end of the year. That's asking a lot.
Cool.
Within the next few months, for sure.
Okay. And forgive my ignorance. So can you kind of break down what the difference is between, just having one song, one hit that you just push out versus an EP versus an album? Like, just kind of break it down for the normal Spotify listener.
Yeah, absolutely. So basically, a single is the song that you want everyone to listen to that will come from your album or your EP. It's basically kind of what you think is the most listenable song, the most like ear catchy kind of song,
like radio song.
Yeah, exactly. And that's how most musicians do it now. And something that's happened recently in the last like 10 or 15 years is artists are putting out so many singles that's filling up like the majority of the album, and no one's listening to their whole albums through anymore, because all their good songs are the singles, and it's like nobody has that time to listen through to the entire thing anymore. Now with an EP, that's like I think it's like 4 to 6 songs.
4 to 6, maybe. Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. So it's like half or more than half of a regular album, and it's just 4 songs you want to get out there. Like, and I know in my case, and a lot of new musicians who are just releasing songs, putting out a single isn't necessarily the song of the EP or whatever, because we haven't made anything else yet, you know? we have, this is the first song that me and Khalil have made together. So we don't know if this is the best one we're ever going to make. We don't know if it's the worst one we're going to make. So that's why I'm excited to get together with him and do some more stuff. We have a lot of work to do in the upcoming months. And I've got a lot of school and studying for the CPA and stuff. So I'm going to have a lot less time
Yep.
to work on music. But any free time I have, I usually go in and just try to make like a beat or two, sometimes even 3 if I get home from the library a little early and have some free time on my hands. But yeah, I mean,
So
it's a crazy process.
yeah, definitely. Digging a little deeper into that process, I know I'm prying a lot.
No,
So
please do.
when you say you want to like make an EP or an album, from your point of view, like what does that creative process look like? Like, do you have a sound or a specific theme in
Yeah.
general that you plan out from the album and then make songs according to that, or is it just like randomized, or what does that look like?
See, that's something that we're kind of figuring out along the way. We've gotten this first song done, and we're trying to decide if we want to stick to this same sound or if we want to kind of diversify what we sound like. And it's going to take a lot more time working, I guess, in the studio, which is just my bedroom, uh, and doing just like countless hours of working through sounds. Like I know we've already talked. We like how the song leads out and how it could lead into an interlude to another song or could lead into a completely different sound. So in something like an EP or an album, you'll see a lot of times that they have interludes within the album that are like 15, 30, 45 seconds that are just placements in between 2 songs or connectors really. And so we're trying to figure out how we want to move forward, and a lot of that is just going to have to be constant communication between me and Khalil. And as a producer, because I don't have a voice, I'm not singing, so I'm excited to have somebody on my tracks that can sing. uh I'm always
Well,
open
apparently you
to
got a good British accent at least.
yeah, you're not hearing me singing British though, that's for sure. We
Oh
have
shit.
I mean, like as a producer, I love working with other people too, but like since like as soon as Khalil walked in the room, we had such a close connection. He's a friend of mine that I've known since the summer before freshman year of college that I hung out with all the time. And like as college started, we just kind of lost touch a little bit. We saw each other here and there. He actually works at the Walgreens. He's a pharmacy major, and he is doing pharmacy work at the Walgreens here in Oxford. So when I go and pick up medicine or whatever, I see him, and it's like a pleasant surprise to see him. So we finally got together, and I just like was blown away by what he could do. So I'm like I said, I'm really looking forward to everybody hearing his voice and all the work that he put into this song. And I think that y'all are gonna like it.
So when you guys are recording a song,
Yeah, for sure.
do you have any of the like underlying sounds playing in the background, like beneath you playing the guitar and him singing, or is it just like you playing the guitar and him singing? Like how does it all come together to be like a finished product?
So that's where a lot of the inner workings come in. That's a lot of the me on my own, away from everything else. Like usually me between like 8 p.m. and midnight or 1 or 2, depending on how awake I am. Uh, he'll like I said, he only came over for 2 days. It took 2 days to have that song finished and recorded. And on the second day, we re-recorded everything, all of his vocals. Garrett
Okay.
heard an early version of it, and it's completely different now than it was then. So, and since getting this new microphone, it's been huge for like, vocal quality and whatnot. And it's just it's just been a very interesting process because when I'm alone, I have all these different sounds that I want to go into it playing in my head, and I like have to pick and choose what I want because otherwise it's just going to get all jumbled up. And so I really enjoy just fiddling around really with sounds and figuring out what I like. And with this song, with Half Past Gone, what I did was I started with that guitar riff, like I said, and he wrote to that. I threw that on a loop. So it was just playing over and over again for him to write to for the verse and the chorus and whatever. And then as soon as he left, I started thinking, all right, how can I layer these sounds together to sound better and to make his voice sound better and to make the entire song flow easier? So what I would do, I think the first instrument I added was a piano, just as like a backing sound for the chords of the guitar. And then I added a little synth toned down on top of that so that it could layer with the piano and almost make the piano not sound like a piano, you know? And so it really wasn't until like maybe 60% of the song being completed that I even thought about making any kind of drum beat or anything. And in the song, you can hear this ticking sound that I thought meshed well with the theme of the song, with the half past, like, you know, timing. And it was a sound that I found online that I use, and it was actually pressing play on a cassette player that I slowed down and I put a lot of reverb and echo on to sound like a ticking clock. So that was something really cool that I was really interested in. And then I just added this 808 bass and like this kick drum that gave it like this thump, and it ended up carrying the vocals really well. So I stuck with that, and really that was pretty much just it. I mean, I added some layering guitar stuff on top of the original. I had what I wanted to be kind of an acoustic sound that I actually played on the piano. So you're going to hear the main overlay guitar in the song that it's actually just me playing it on the piano. It's not actually the guitar. The guitar is all kind of in the background. So I wanted it to be cleaner and mesh well with the tempo of the song, and I was having trouble getting that with the actual guitar. So that's why I switched over to the piano. And that was pretty much it. Yeah, that's how that whole thing got put together.